Trudy, we've heard from all sides of the debate in the past hour here on Newsday. The battle lines are certainly being drawn.
Yeah, Ash, the union's basically preparing to declare war now as the government finally unveils its full suite of industrial relations reform. Christian Porter introducing this omnibus bill into Parliament today, but the latest flashpoint in this is the changes unveiled to enterprise bargaining. The government is proposing a tweak to the better off overall test. It's colloquially known around here as the boot test, and it's something that had been introduced under a previous Labor government. The tweak would allow distressed businesses as a result of the pandemic to ask for an exemption to the Fair Work Commission so they didn't have to meet the better off overall rule. The Minister says, though, that this is not going to be a broad number of businesses taking advantage of this. Instead, he is trying to frame this as a very modest change.
It is not a groundbreaking change, and it's meant to draw the Fair Work Commission's attention and empower them to make an independent decision as the independent umpire in circumstances where a business thinks it needs to do something different in its EA to survive because of the impacts of COVID.
But it seems very clear that both the unions and Labor do not buy that argument from Christian Porter. The ACTU this morning saying they believe that businesses will be taking advantage of this and, as a result, workers will see their pay cut.
Listen, everyone can say they've been affected by COVID. Like every single business in Australia, positive or negative, but mainly negative, can say they're affected by COVID. And once you open the door to having some employers go below what the minimums are, you put pressure on every other employer to have to do the same. It's a race to the bottom.
Trudy, there is a way to go here, isn't there? I mean, Christian Porter did concede that changes are likely when this all gets into the Senate.
Yeah, Ash, this does appear to be the opening bargaining position, if you like, from the Attorney-General and the Industrial Relations Minister, fully aware, the government, that the legislation that they've put into the House this morning is not inevitably what is going to pass through the Senate. It will go to a Senate committee, and there's a lot of horse trading and negotiations to be done on the specifics of this legislation. Certainly Labor today declaring their hand that as it stands with this legislation, they would be incredibly unlikely to pass it.
This is what a pay cut looks like. This pay cut is the government's Christmas present to workers who got us through the pandemic.
We won't be voting for legislation that cuts workers' pay.
Now, all of these changes have been rolled into one big omnibus bill, and whilst today the latest flashpoint is on enterprise bargaining, it's a very broad series of changes they're trying to put through, from casual workers, wage theft changes, award simplifications, also changes for greenfields deals. With the unions today, Ash, basically having an issue with every single one of those areas, it looks like there's a lot of tinkering and work to be done before this could get through the Senate.
It appears that way. Trudy McIntosh live in Canberra, thank you.